Hi, I'm Dr. Renee Dorn, and Black History Month, which was started by Carter G. Woodson and began as only 1 week, was created to raise awareness of the contributions of African Americans and what they've made throughout history. The month of February, was chosen because it was the birth month of abolitionist Frederick Douglass and President Abraham Lincoln. And the first time that this was celebrated was in 1926. But in 1976, it was expanded to a month by President Gerald Ford. And since then, Black History Month has been recognized as basically a time to celebrate the rich history of African Americans throughout their struggles and their trials and tribulations and the celebrations and achievements. The history of African Americans and our contributions, they're still, but to some extent, unknown and underappreciated. But Black History Month is a time to understand the history and culture and the impact African Americans have made to this country. And it's a time to recognize and highlight the accomplishments of African Americans who have influenced all aspects of life, which will include, but not limited to this list, such as science and technology, business and industry. There's music and sports and, of course, entertainment, government and politics, and the economy. But of course, you have to include religion, medicine, architecture, and education and psychology. Now, I'm sure we can all identify many African Americans who have made an impact in history. But even more so, we can look to the African Americans who have made an impact in our own lives. Like for me, example, I recognize my parents. My father is Roosevelt Dorn, and he is a retired Superior Court judge, and he's the mayor emeritus of the city of Inglewood. And then there's my mother, Joyce Dorn, and she's a retired registered nurse from the county of Los Angeles. And of course, I can't forget my sister, Rochelle Dorn Hayes, and she is currently a treasury manager within the auto industry. Now, we can also look within our own Graduate School of Education and Psychology at our own Dean Helen Easterling Williams. And she is the first African American dean at Pepperdine. She's a motivational speaker, a leader within our community, and she's received many honors and accolades, including awards from the city of Los Angeles, the county of Los Angeles, and multiple organizations, being recognized for her excellence in educational leadership. And she was also recently recognized by LA Business Journal as the 2019 Women's Council and Awards Executive of the Year. I mean, what an accomplishment. But in 2020, what we should do is just take the time to celebrate Black History Month by honoring African Americans who have made a difference in our own lives. I know I will, and I hope you will too.